can you give about defense?
Here's how I play defense. I'll let Parker kick.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brett Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Cunningham is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Duren in at the 5. And for the Pelicans, we've got Kelly Olynyk. Trey Murphy is out there with McCollum. Then it's Zion Williamson. And it's Messi in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Greg, what stands out for both of these rosters is that they both feature top-tier athleticism.
And Kevin, that bodes well for us, right? There's a lot of speed, some great athleticism. I'm sure we're going to get some highlight reel plays tonight.
He's flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Pass to Cunningham. Driving in. Rebounded by McCollum. And so McCollum will bring it up for New Orleans. Deep 2 from Williamson. Takes it off the glass.
And some pinball action out there as defenders just bouncing off of Williamson on that play.
McCollum against Cunningham. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Cunningham against McCollum. Got a hand on it. Thompson against McCollum. Thompson, high post. His last outing, he had 8 points. And here's Harris from the arc. It's rebounded by New Orleans. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
A 3 from McCollum. Here's Williamson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's been an eventful run for Zion Williamson, right, Brent, to say the least, since going first overall in the 2019 draft.
And man, Kevin, you just are hoping for the simplest of things, and that is health, because when Zion is healthy, so is this team in ways that other teams fear because of how dominant he can be. This is a special talent. We just want to see more and more of it.
And the second free throw, good. Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
Thompson misses.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
Williamson, the pass to McCollum. Clock at 6. Down low, Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
McCollum with a great job using the screen, deadly either shooting or passing. Just a great job of reading things in action off the pick.
The Pistons have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. To the paint. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, massive relief there. Getting a little bit frustrating for them until that bucket.
Inside. Here's Messi. The shot, no good. Great defense that time from Duren. Let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
A little bit ago, Willie Green and I were able to chat. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean you have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with. Okay, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
And this is where Cade Cunningham showing his ability to get above the rim as a point guard. This makes him special.
Back to McCollum. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Sinks the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Cunningham. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. And Thompson kicks to Hardaway. Shoots the three. Rebound by Olynyk.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Big slam by Murphy. His teammates encourage him to be aggressive, to make plays like that.
You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Here we are, Brent, the season entering its final stages now. It really is a marathon, isn't it?
Man, Kevin, town to town, games piling up, dealing with weather, flight delays. People want tickets. I mean, all the things that add up to a season. And on and off the court, it is a grind. And you know the players at this point in the year are always feeling it.
Detroit making a switch here. Stewart checked in for Duran. Fontecchio's coming in for Asar Thompson. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cunningham. Brown finds Alvarado. Unloads from 13 to the middle. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Austin. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Pistons trail by 8. Fontecchio passes to Stewart. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Quite simply, Isaiah Stewart is a force.
For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Passes it to Alvarado. It's deflected. Harris outside. Second chance shot. Shoots a fader. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
There's the pass to Olynyk. Brown outside. The shot off that time.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Another shot. Fontecchio. Tries it again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
2 shots.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
That's as sweet as you're going to get it. Fluid motion, great lift, rolls right off the fingertips.
Got a piece of it, and they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
With 1 on the clock, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Pelicans on top. They're up by 7. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And taking a look at the Pelicans' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Marcus Sasser is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Jalen Duren. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Holland in at the 3, the small forward. And Stewart gets it to go.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
McCollum dishes to Williamson. Now here's McCollum, guarded closely. And that one, good. McCollum's got his first bucket in this one.
And the ball handling right there. McCollum, he's able to get anywhere on the court he wants to go.
Pistons trail by 7. Now Sasser, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Stewart. Crafty moves, and the dunk by Stewart.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be, that could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Going inside. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Hardaway, no good. Pelicans leading by 5. And he banks in the lane. He has 7.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Stewart against Olynyk. Stewart misses.
He wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Here's Sasser. He's guarded by McCollum. Back to Stewart. Picked off in midair. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Zion Williamson. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Sasser, still scoreless. Here's Holland. He sinks the 11-footer.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Here's McCollum. Rebounded by the Pistons. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up. Well, they brought the double team to force the ball out of his hands, but failed to rotate off the pass.
And when it comes to Jalen Duren, Brent, is it fair to say some teams regretted not drafting him?
Well, maybe a handful, Kevin. I mean, there's a particular way that you want to play or use that position with how you get out there offensively. Jalen is a proven big. This guy is physical, strong, and can rebound, and gives you a different presence on the inside.
Both teams deciding to change it up. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. That's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Rounds checked in. Now here's Cunningham. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. And he recovers it. And here's Harris from the arc.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
And Duren slams it in.
Such a great offensive rebounder. It's so hard to keep Jalen Duren off the glass there.
Williamson right side. Pass to Hawkins. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defenders.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Now here is Harris. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. Here's Robinson Earl. And finished off by Williamson.
Yeah, it's so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion again to the rack.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
While we have a moment here, let's see which teams have scored the most second chance points since the All-Star break. Second, the Pelicans.
Not many will go after it on the offensive boards the way they do. I mean, and particularly since the break, they have really made teams pay on the inside.
The Pistons trailer. Beasley outside. Back to Cunningham. The second chance effort. And the layup is good. Cunningham's got his second basket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Williamson. Oh!
Some of the moves Williamson pulls off are just insane. There, the D didn't know what to do.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with the slam.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Boston's checked in. Simone Fontecchio. He's checked in for Detroit. Here's Alvarado. Off target at the rim. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Now here's Cunningham. 6 points for him. Thompson passes to Fontecchio. No good with the triple. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
Number 17.
32 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Now, here's Cunningham. He's defended by Alvarado. The second effort. And Cunningham with the layup. Cunningham's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pistons.
And they've had 2 completely different quarters. Field goal percentage just over 20 in the first, and they've shot themselves out of that slump and have the lead here in the second.
Austin, no good. 1 second left. Not going to go that time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Pistons lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. The first quarter didn't play out the way Detroit had hoped. Abysmal shooting from the field, miss after miss, and unable to get into any kind of rhythm. They simply could not put together an efficient offensive run. They got on a more positive track in the second quarter, coming together offensively and getting enough stops to come from behind and grab a 2-point lead at the half. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
The bench scoring has been a big key for them. They came in with energy, and they were able to give the starters a real break because of the way they perform. That's the kind of production every team hopes to have from their second unit.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Pelicans were playing?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Gotta like what Isaiah Stewart has done in this one, guys.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
We've got Trey Murphy. Zion Williamson is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Messi in at the pivot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Harris.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Here's Duran. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Duran's got 6 points.
And putting that powerful frame to use, Duran has no problem playing through contact.
Tipped away. Hardaway with the steal. Pulls up. High post. No good on that one.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Here's Messi to the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
And here's McCollum following the three-pointer by Cade Cunningham.
Clearly a foul.
For New Orleans, they have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Pass to Harris. Shoots over Olynyk. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Harris has got his first 2 points.
Beautiful in the mid-range there. Sometimes it looks automatic for Tobias Harris.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much.
That's
going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Boston's checked in. Detroit also making some changes. Stewart's checked in for Jalen Duren. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cunningham.
CJ has such trust in the mechanics of his shot. He gets the ball and is able to drop right into that J.
And it's all evened up. McCollum's got 7 points.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. If we're going to talk about, the craftiest players, Brent, in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
CJ is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough.
Marcus Hasler's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Offensive rebound. Got a piece of it. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. It's McCollum on the wing. For the lead, and it's good on the way in. McCollum's got 7 points for the quarter.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Sasser. They can't stop the run with that one. For New Orleans, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Boston. Misi's shot is good. He's got 8.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Passes to Schroeder.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Kept alive. Stewart. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Both teams changing it up here. He tries for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Holland's got 5. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 1-point game. Alvarado. That's in. Coming off the assist from McCollum.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Her passes to Stewart. 1:24 left in the third quarter of the game. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Shooing off all the contact, Stewart able to get through with an aggressive play.
Alvarado passes to Brown. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. A miss that time would have put him up. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. To the wing right side. Off target with his 3. Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Beasley with a clean look. And the 3 off target. New Orleans in the lead. To the middle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Isaiah Stewart.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
Hawkins checked in for McCullough. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Kay Cunningham's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And he makes both free throws.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Out to the right wing. Here's Holland. He's covered by Brown. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Now, here's Brown. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. A pass to Fontecchio. Down low. Here's Holland. And the miss. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Pelicans on top. They lead by 1. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the court for the Pistons, inside for him, it's Harris and Durham. Hardaway is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Put your hands together. I can't hear you for your fucking dance team.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Guys, I was able to catch the message Willie Green gave to his team. He's obviously pretty happy. He said, I know they're not going to take us lightly next time. He knew what the deal was with that underdog role coming into the game.
Thank you, David. Hardaway, no good.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
To the paint, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for their matchup with Detroit, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
Here's Hawkins. And he drops it in from the low post. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Pelicans?
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Another part of the credit has to go to what they did on the inside blocking shots. I mean, super scrappy defensively and just affecting a lot of the opportunities that their opponents were putting up.
And you can see Zion's confidence continues to grow, especially when he's hitting shots like that.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right.
And here's Cunningham. Harris outside. No good on the 3. And Trey Murphy gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Pistons trail by 5. Thompson outside. Pistons passing it around. Harris outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Defense has to know Duran will not back off. He wants to get down there and be physical.
He misses the free throw. And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Olenek, he's checked in for the Pelicans. McCollum comes in for Jose Alvarado. Here's Messi, and he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now, here's Durant. Thompson outside. Outside Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Here's Olynyk. Williamson from long range. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. McCollum against Cunningham. Pass to Durant. The deep three from Thompson. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Here's Cunningham. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Pelicans leading by 6. Williamson looking it over. Inside, it's tipped. Here's Olynyk. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Pelicans.
Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul.
Second team foul. At the line for the Pistons, Tobias Harris. At the line for 1.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the stripe.
Cunningham against McCollum. Cunningham gets the bucket.
You gotta love what Cade Cunningham as a young star is bringing to this game.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. McCollum against Cunningham. And a great move by McCollum. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
Well, fearlessness by McCollum there, willing to take those big shots in the game's biggest moments.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for the Pistons, Durant taking 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Well, Jalen Duren has a nice game. He plays a lot in the box where he's going to rebound. He's going to be an interior scorer, and his instincts are there as well. And
the Hornets going with a whole new group out there.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Brown against Thompson. From 10 feet out. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Driving the lane. Shoots over Alvarado. Hardaway kicks to Harris. Back to Hardaway. Thompson outside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Harris. 6 to shoot. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's Thompson that time on the assist from Tobias Harris.
Monster points from Thompson. No fear in the big moment.
Here's Alvarado.